Carolina. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. I know the clouds are kind of kicking off the day, but that shouldn't stop our temperatures from warming up to the 70s, the 80s across the metro area. And of course, you know the drill by now. We have another shot for seeing a couple of afternoon and evening thunderstorms across the state. This is our view right outside Boulder, looking off to the Flatirons. A gorgeous, gorgeous afternoon. Nice to probably do some hiking just with the cloud cover. Not too terribly hot out there, but hopefully you want to be in within the next hour or two because we do have a threat for seeing a couple of storms out there. Isolated storms crossing the I-25 corridor. They'll encounter a bit more moisture and a bit more heat off to the eastern side of the state. So this really is going to be the bullseye that I'm watching later this afternoon. Everywhere from about Fort Morgan up toward Julesburg and then through the Nebraska Panhandle under that slight risk for seeing some severe storms. Just a marginal threat outside of DIA and kind of on the eastern side of Adams in Arapahoe County. Biggest threats for us this afternoon will be for some large hail, probably like golf ball size hail, potentially 1 to 2 inches in diameter. And then the winds, 60 to 70 miles per hour, certainly a possibility. We've already seen some pretty strong winds out there. 74 downtown as well as out toward DIA. Little cooler in northern Colorado into the 60s. 58 around Blackhawk with mid to upper 60s in Evergreen. I mentioned those strong winds, 40 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts coming across the higher mountain passes. Plus, we do have a little bit of a light snowfall around the San Juan. So kind of Mother Nature throwing everything our way this afternoon. A little breezy out at the airport and then across the far eastern side of the state, Nebraska, Kansas, looking at those stronger wind gusts. We're now at 74 at the airport. Again, mostly cloudy skies. The winds out of the south sustained around 15 miles per hour, but humidity only at 27% here in the city. It's still fairly dry at the surface. So if we do get any storms that pull through, I anticipate just seeing some gusty winds, perhaps a couple of sprinkles, and then they're out of here. We really don't have enough moisture to fire up those storms and get some strong ones here in the city. Daytime highs, lower 80s for the metro area, 80s and 90s. Whoo, look at you, Lamar. Toasty out there. Some 60s and low 70s further out to the west. So we have a very interesting kind of scenario playing out. We have this ridge of high pressure that's across the Ohio River Valley. This clockwise circulation is actually tapping into some of that moisture across the Gulf Coast, and that's pushing up into portions of eastern Colorado. Meanwhile, out to the west, we have another storm system. It's churning across Nevada, but kind of capturing some of that moisture across the Gulf of California and ushering that into our state, especially off to the western side of Colorado with that counterclockwise flow. So we're kind of sandwiched in between two different areas, low pressure, high pressure, still a lot of moisture pouring into the state. And really, this is fantastic news out to the west because they are just looking at dire drought conditions out there. Any kind of moisture is a welcome sight to see. So right now, tracking a little bit of rain against the far western side. And then look at this. Telluride, the San Juans, looking at some snowfall. Again, you have to go way up high, but I have been looking at a couple of pictures from folks sending those in, and it looks like a winter wonderland out there. Would not want to be driving across those passes. Red Cliff Pass, I believe, was a bit messy. Again, for the metro area, we're still dry right now at about 12:30, mostly cloudy skies. Again, 1 or 2 thunderstorms early, and then they should be moving out. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies and a really mild night for us. Look at these overnight lows. Open up the windows, let in some of that fresh air. 50s and low 60s, just with that blanket of clouds helping to kind of insulate us. 30s and 40s, however, up into the mountains. That really is where most of the action has been early today. That'll continue. It's about 2, 3 o'clock. We still are tracking some of that snowfall near the San Juan, some scattered rain showers approaching the central mountains, possibly a couple of storms again around the urban corridor. They will be very quick before they fire up along I-76 and continue their path off to the north and to the east later tonight into Nebraska. Tomorrow morning, here we are. 8 a.m., mostly cloudy skies yet again. A little bit more moisture to work with tomorrow, so that's why I anticipate seeing a better shot of some storms here in Denver and possibly a couple of those turning severe. Of course, you can see further out to the east a better shot at seeing more widespread storms, but by about 11 o'clock, most of that energy is out of our state's borders. This is a snapshot of the severe threat risk for tomorrow. So everywhere in green under that marginal threat, that's really going to include much of the high country, but you can see here in Denver, off to the south across the Palmer Divide and then the eastern plains under that slight risk for seeing severe cells. Again, tomorrow will be pretty similar as far as the threats go, large hail and some pretty strong winds. Daytime highs also cooling off courtesy of a cold front that'll push through. 75, so not bad, but still cooler than our 80s the past couple of days. We'll stay in the mid to upper 70s across the eastern plains, a little cooler, of course, up to the high country, 50s and 60s with a good chance for some rain showers, possibly even a rumble of thunder. We'll be at 65 in Evergreen Evergreen, mid-70s here downtown Denver, and we'll stay there in northern Colorado with about 60 in Estes Park and Grand Lake. So here's the 7-day forecast for you. Looking ahead toward the weekend, definitely Saturday looking like the stormier of the 2 days. So kind of keep that in mind if you have any plans. Sunday doesn't look all that bad, you know. Might have an isolated storm across the plains, but here in Denver, it just looks really windy. The temperatures will climb into early next week. Right now I have about 80 on Monday, and it does look dry Monday and Tuesday. Right now it looks like another system kind of setting up shop, ready to push in Wednesday and Thursday, possibly bringing us a few isolated storms, but nothing too crazy at the moment. And then looking ahead toward Friday, pretty warm, back to the lower 80s we go. So that is your Friday forecast. I am hopping on Facebook. I see y'all are here. Have any questions? What's going on? Any good plans for the weekend? Are we getting into the garden? I know a lot of folks are have been itching to do that just because it has been so rainy and cloudy and all of that, and cold too. So now we're kind of in a better setup, a better pattern to enjoy the garden. Get out there, get your hands dirty. Hi, Seth. It's going great. It's Friday, you know. Hi, Deb. Thanks for checking in. Oh my, Adam saw a rattlesnake. That sounds terrible. Jason saying go Nuggets. I know the Nuggets, the Avs. We got a lot of Denver fun sports this weekend. And the Rockies are playing tonight too. I think it should be a nice game. Probably pretty windy, especially for those earlier innings, but otherwise it should be pretty dry. A lot of clouds, Nick is saying, down in Westminster. Your gut's telling you it's not going to rain today. All right, I say go with your gut. Yeah, you know, storms are going to be pretty isolated here in Denver, with the best shot of seeing them tomorrow afternoon. So timing, if you have some Saturday plans, you're trying to squeeze in a hike or a golf game early, I think you should be just fine. Right now it looks like about 2-3 o'clock will be the best time around the urban corridor, and then they zip out of here, and then it's going to be more so like 5 to 9, 10 o'clock potentially is the window across the eastern plains for us seeing severe storms. I know probably a lot of people will be out chasing, seeing Colorado's spectacular skies when we get just this crazy severe weather that comes through. Anyways, it seems like everyone's a little quiet. Are we checked out on a Friday? I'm trying to get out of work maybe a little early. Anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed that forecast. You're going to enjoy the weekend, and yeah, spring has finally sprung. It's looking good. Anyways, have a fantastic rest of your day. As always, I'm going to be on 9 News this weekend, 5, 9, and 11, because we have SNL. It's a season finale tomorrow night, so be sure and tune in. All the latest on the storms and the rest of your weekend, and then we'll do it all over again on Sunday. In the meantime, if you need to reach out, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at the WX Woman, you know where to find me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye!